Welcome to my channel. Just keep swimming 1111. Hope you guys are doing all right. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. Today we're going to be doing a past, present, and future 9-card spread. Okay. So Spirit, please be with me right now and guide me. Ooh, first card out. The strongest. Okay, let me scoot this back a bit. It's going to be kind of big. Spirit has guided us to the first card, which is the Garden and the Gate. All right. This is your childhood, I feel. This is, I'm definitely feeling your childhood. You had a very hopeful dream when you were young. You were innocent. You thought the world was full of possibilities. There was some things that kept you from what you wanted to do when you were young, but your dreams, I'm sure, are still alive. You were just out of touch, but you always believed, that what you wanted for your life was possible. And I still think it's true to this day. All right, Spirit, please guide me for this 9-card past, present, future spread. Second card, we have the man holding a coin. Some recent broken hearts for some of you guys. Recent as in the last few years, not recent as in this week. Hope you catch my drift on that. All right, but there's been a lot of major heartbreak in your past, not childhood past, but years ago. And currently, your recent past is you've been exercising patience. It's been very difficult for you, but you've been trying really hard to be patient with others and patient with yourself. So that's good. All right, so let's look at your current events. Current events. Trying to balance out your life right now. Adjacent possibilities in reverse. Appreciation in reverse. I feel like what's happening with you in the current event section of your life is you're not feeling very appreciated. You don't feel like your efforts have even been noticed. You're a little bit nervous that some doors are closing in on you. And these might just be delays. They may not be closing in, but you feel like there's some things for you that are being shut for a reason. Could be relationships, could be job opportunities, could be financial opportunities, but there's some things for you that are just not available like you thought they would be. Let's take a step into your future. Oh, hi, Markers. Hi, my love. So good to see you. All right. Future's looking really bright. My gosh. You guys are actually coming into some money and some stability and some financial goodness. Okay, you are going to be walking away from certain relationships. That's coming up in the near future. That's definitely the current vibe, the current energy. Relationships, be it family, be it lovers, be it friends, be it work. You're learning how to balance those relationships and how to be appreciated. But there's certainly some heartbreak between you and some broken relationships. Let's look at your furthest future outcome. I wish it was the cornucopia. Oh, it's just as good as the cornucopia. My gosh. You guys got the happy family. Number 4 for the greatest future outcome. I'm so happy. I'm really pleased. You know, I was a little bit nervous. I was like, man, we got this good card for your near future. I hope the future is going to be just as good, and it is. It's just as good. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Some situations are ending in your life right now. I get it. I'm going through the same. You guys are going through some changes. You know, there's a lot of Piscean energy here I'm picking up on, by the way. And my fish is just looking at me like, what's up? My fish is very happy I fed her, and she's just like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What are you reading? By the way, my water's cold. I don't know. My little fish. But she's curious. I definitely think that's a sign for Pisces with my little fish. My beta. Anyways, let's go ahead and read in a little. My right ear's ringing. What do you want me to know? The past is behind you. Release it and embrace the new possibilities. A new path is now being built for you. Follow this new path with faith. The old is being destroyed. It's for a reason. People were not appreciating you the way you deserved. You knew as a child that you were a giver, not a taker. You knew as a child that your good day would come. You had no idea that some of your dreams and wishes and hopes would be closed off to you at that time in the past. But you kept hope in your heart alive that someday something beautiful and wonderful would happen in your life. You went through a lot of suffering. In regards to love, there might have been, I feel, two failed relationships or 2 marriages or 2, I don't know, but there's just 2. All right? There might be 2 very significant relationships in your life, very significant, that were failed. And maybe they walked away from you. Maybe you walked away from them. I don't know. The third one's a charm, I hear. But you're balancing out who you are because of these 2 very significant connections. If you're willing to wait and have faith and hope that the future's going to bring you good things, it's going to come. It's all about your thought. Let's go ahead and read some of these energies for you. I know you guys like to hear this particular deck. It's one of my favorites. I think I'm going to jump into the man holding a heart because this is kind of your current situation, okay? And that is the number 45. The number 45 may be significant for you. Maybe this is your age. Maybe this is the sign of something good happening for you. Maybe you're seeing the number 45 often, or the 4 and 5 combinations, you know, in multiples together. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like maybe that would be a significant message. Maybe the person you're dealing with is 45 also. Anyways, moving on. Doesn't really matter about the number as much as it does about the message. Okay? All right. So when this card comes out reversed, it certainly indicates a disconnect or even a total shutdown regarding your emotional life. It's time to open up and know that you can handle deep emotions and the energy they bring up, whether it's anger inside of you, strong grief, or even just extreme happiness. But you can be comfortable in this experience and this expression. The man holding the heart reversed can also indicate a difficult connection, even a relationship, with a man who may be easy to anger, deceitful, or quick to criticize. His behavior may be attributed to fear, self-doubt, and yet he would never admit it. You deserve honoring in any relationship, so set some boundaries and don't buy into this emotional bullshit chaos. Your soul longs for emotional peace and clearly balance. Now keep in mind this man could be a woman in a masculine energy. And for a lot of you, you're going through that recently or over the few years ago or however what's going on. But this person could totally be a woman with a very controlling, masculine, dominating kind of energy. That could be a wife. It could be, just a girlfriend. Could be a daughter. Could be a mother. You know, many of us have those kind of narcissistic relationships. So, but the book does say man. So for a lot of you guys, this was a husband or the father of your children. maybe multiple. I did say I was feeling 2 relationships. So this could just be like the story of your life. You end up with people that criticize you. You end up with people that deceive you. You end up with people that are easy to anger. You end up with people that make it a difficult relationship. And wow, my favorite number, 144, is the page number. And we just said with the number 45, I said you might be seeing duplicates or 4s and 5s together. That's about change and stability. And I feel like that's a lot of back and forth. Just the numerology of this card is back and forth. You know, 1 minute we're stable, everything's going good. The next minute, we're in chaos. It's back and forth, it's hot and cold. And that kind of does make sense with the yin-yang 22 in the middle. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Now, the middle represents a turning point. Something that's going to change your life dramatically in the current matters right now, like what's going on. And what's going to change your life dramatically is this yin-yang peace and meditation. It is the sun and the moon. So I think what's going to dramatically change is possibly a relationship with a mother and father. Because the sun in a chart represents father, the moon represents the mother. And I don't know if you guys can see that in the picture, but that is the moon and the sun. Okay, and if you're married or you have children, this may represent the roles of mother, father. There's some kind of dramatic change. We even have the happy family down here. So this could definitely be in the role of parents. This could also just be your parents. If you don't have any children, you know, it could be about your parents. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on with me today. Bottom of the deck, the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, is telling you to listen. Listen about something. Listen to people. Listen to advice. Or just listen to what the universe is trying to tell you. Let's look at your current transformation that's about to happen. Passive, active, intuitive, and logical. This card represents an energetic life cycle. Its purpose is to help you identify some specific energy that is a cycle that is moving out or into your experience. In its upright position, this card heralds the yin cycle. Yeah. Where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things. So this is maybe not so much your exterior, but more the change that's going to be going on the inside. This is a time of great receptivity. It's great. You're going to be receiving things. Intuition and gestation. External circumstances actually have been forcing you to go inside yourself and examine some present activity in your life. Even in your head, in your feelings and everything. It's especially good for you to contemplate on what's going on in the head area, the thoughts, so you can wrap things up, make sense of things. The yin cycle often calls you to be passive, yielding, and reflective. Quiet. So open up these sides of your nature. Being more than acting is intentions here. I like that. You know, a lot of us want to do a lot of talking. We want to take a lot of action in our lives. We want to take physical steps to change our lives and make things different. Or maybe this just represents the home. A lot of us feel we have to make changes outside of our home. That we have to literally leave the house and go places and do things. But really, this card is saying the transformational time is on the inside. So whatever's going on in your body and in your home, those changes need to be made. There's something going on that I feel has been unstable in a relationship. It could be multiple relationships. I did say two, maybe two very significant. It could be wife and daughter. It could be husband and son. It could be two men in your lives, two women in your lives. I don't know. Like, you just have to figure that out. But I know there's two. Let's get some clarification on the shadow energy that needs to be looked at on the inside between this man holding a heart in reverse, which could even be yourself. But let's take a look. What is the shadow that we need to look at with the moon on the inside in the yin energy cycle? Queen of my world. And then down here we have peaceful among thorns. This is, I'm getting two messages here. One is selfishness, and the other one is putting people on a pedestal. So I don't know how that correlates. Maybe it's a person that's been doing that to you, and you have to reflect on why they've done that to you or against you. And if this is you putting people on a pedestal or making them more important than you, why? There's no balance there. Making someone queen of your world, it should be you, right? You should be the queen of your world, but you're not treating yourself like the queen of your world. Or maybe someone that you love has chosen another and is treating them like the queen of their world, and it's very selfish. Whatever this is, you're not tolerating it. And if there was another woman, I see two women here in these cards with this man. If that is your connection and there's two women and one man, I feel like you are deciding to walk away from any third-party connection because it's not good for you. And if it's not a third-party connection, it's just a relationship, I feel like you're saying, I can't do this anymore. If you're going to accuse me of being wrong, of being bad, of being something that I am not, then I can't do this. It's toxic. It's unhealthy in my life. It's unhealthy in my mind. It's unhealthy in my home. I really feel this walking away, stepping away from negativity and bad relationships. And putting yourself first. What's going on? Do you not have clean clothes? Are you too busy to wash? Do you not have time to yourself to read a book, to have coffee? Do you not have time to meditate? Is your room in disorder and you can't sleep in peace? Are you just always putting everyone first? You guys know how that goes. No explanation needed. When life is in disorder, and there needs to be some balance, these cards will come up. You need to get rid of a relationship. And maybe it's just philosophical, and it's a relationship with yourself. You have a piss poor relationship with yourself. Get rid of it. You need to change it. Let's clarify this with the Twin Flame Tarot. Spirit, clarify a little bit more about the turning point for my collective. Please go inside my mind here and let me be a vessel for a message that needs to be heard today with this past, present, future reading. Tell me the turning point. Give me more information about the turning point, maybe instructions. What is an energy that's needed? Okay, that one specifically got flipped in reverse. Bottom of the deck is death. An ending is needed. It's going to hurt like hell. It has to be done. I don't know what's going on with you guys yet, but if you ask me, and I think you can be honest with yourself, when you have love in the reversal, that's definitely a breaking of a relationship or a connection or just love that's not there. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to imagine that. And then if you have the walking away card in the same row, that also goes to say something. Kind of like Eight of Cups. So you're walking away from a selfish, disrespectful person that you've decided to put first in your life, and it hasn't been a good choice. Now, what if you are the one who's doing wrong here? What if this is a third party? What if you decided to put someone like a diva or a queen or a princess, you know, someone that's like, I'm royalty, honor me, respect me, and it's this red and it's very demanding. What if you or someone that you know has put this person on a pedestal? Oh, they're first. They need protection. They need support. They need my energy. They need my love. And that was the wrong answer. You chose wrong. Could be what's going on. And this death card and the moon going within yourself is realizing, retract what you said. Go back on what you did. Take your energy away from the person you've been feeding it to. Don't feed it to that person anymore. They've already got everything they want. They're covered in fine silk. They're surrounded by beauty. They look beautiful. They have everything they want, everything they need. They have love. They have sex. They have passion. They have nice clothing. They have a nice home. They have a relationship. They have respect. They have an audience. They have money. They have what they need. Like luxury. Luxury is what I'm feeling. Maybe they have money to go out to eat whenever they want, go on vacations when they want, splurge. Like there's some kind of energy of spoiled. And maybe you're spoiling this person, or your lover is spoiling this person. I don't know. But that needs to die. You don't need to feed that person any more energy. Or the person you love doesn't need to feed that person any more energy. Scorpio, death. And maybe a Scorpio is going to come into your life and say, knock your shit off. It's wrong. Quit. Quit feeding the negative energy. Stop. It's unnecessary. Or maybe you're doing this to, you know, your lover. You're giving and giving and giving and giving them, and then you're starving yourself. You could be completely altruistic and giving away everything that you have to a lover, putting them on a pedestal, and all the while they could care less about you. This person could probably just give two rats' asses about you. It could also be maybe you're giving to a sister or a mother or a daughter or daughter-in-law or someone that could give two rats' asses about you. And you're backstabbing somebody else that would never do that to you. You might be giving support for someone that already has glorified mountains of support. And the one person that needs your support, that is begging for your attention, you're walking away from and leaving them in the dust. Kicking the underdog while it's down. Wrong. And if that's not you, it could be somebody else doing that to you. But this is a very unfair situation, and I think why the transformative energy of the yin and the yang came out is because you need to make an unfair situation fair. There's been a lot in your life that has said this is not equal, it's not fair, it's not 20-20, it's not, in this case, 2-2. It's not 2 on this side and 2 on that side. This is incorrect. This is 24. This is 4 on one side, 2 on the other. Guys, this is like the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. A very unfair situation, whether it's done to you, by you, or whomever's. This is love or family. This involves what feels like family. Not fair. And the advice is about to come out. Bottom of the deck is the overall, underall energy. Death. That shit has to go. And if it's happening to you, walk away. You do not need someone toxic, narcissistic, man holding a heart in reverse in your life. If they are going to treat you in a nasty way and treat you unfairly, do you think you deserve that treatment from someone you love and give your all to? No. And if you're the one doing it, well, hello. Someone's going to walk away from you if there's 3 parties, but if it's just between you and someone else, and you're the one doing this, giving to the wrong person, you're going to have a wake-up call with Gabriel, the archangel, and death. And your wake-up call is you need to stop because you're not serving yourself. You're not loving yourself. You're not making you queen of the world. You're dishonoring yourself. You deserve more love than that. This is really what you deserve. You deserve more than what you're getting. Maybe you should get more money at your job. We did get the cornucopia. Maybe you deserve more love from your lover and you need to walk the fuck away. Maybe you deserve more respect and love from your mother and you need to walk the fuck away. Maybe you deserve more love and respect from your daughter and you need to walk away. But it always comes down to one thing. No matter how badly you're being wronged or you're doing the dirty, it's your fault. I know everyone's like, what? I don't want to take responsibility for that. No, you have to take responsibility for that because you've allowed it. You've asked it to come into your reality. You've drawn these things to you. And we have here very young, garden in the gate, always having someone block your happiness. You can almost see it, you can almost touch it, you can almost taste it, but there's always a gate blocking you. And it's been that way since you were young. So yeah, there is this energy of being blocked. Anyways, let's get the advice. Wow. The advice here is the World card. Cycle completion, and it's in reverse. Pretty flat out and straightforward. The advice is end it. End it. Bring me death. Bring me death. Walk away, end it. End this connection. Oh boy. Let's read Walking Away, number 27. Letting go and moving on is this card. Hopefully you guys can see it good. Try to get you closer. Okay. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her. She's walking away into a misty and unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be a time for someone to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with. Perhaps it may be something like a career, maybe a goal, whatever. It could even be a relationship, even a long-term experience of some kind. The familiarity of your situation may be exciting, maybe even addictive, but now you're ready to look at your options. Take a look at the road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card in your reading also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, an emotional pattern, a false belief, or even a relationship. No matter how deeply ingrained this negativity could be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a free, healthy place. a free, healthy place with free thinking and happiness. That happiness at the gate that you didn't get when you were young because you always let somebody get in the way. There was always a reason you couldn't have your happiness. You need to complete that pattern. Whether it's your inner or outer world, this card is telling you you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward into the now. This may also be talking about it said beliefs. You know, I'm having a difficult relationship with someone right now, not romantically involved. And she constantly brings up very negative things like my family. My family members that have even passed away. They're dead. And she hates them so much, despises them, hates them to her core. And anytime we're in a disagreement, because I share DNA with those people, she wants to bring me in, lasso me in to a group of people that she hates, a group of people that she disdains. And it's very hurtful. It's very, very hurtful. I'm not those people. I'm not her past. I'm not the person that did anything to her, but I take the responsibility. I represent something. And she has a cycle of similar experiences that keep repetitiously coming up into her life over and over again, revealing to her her issue. But instead of dealing with the inner, the moon, the issue, she would much rather refer to the outer, external reasons why she's going through this again and point fingers. And remember, every time you point one finger out at someone, 3 more fingers are pointed back at you. So there's this judgment that comes on. It's like the Bible says, judge and you will be judged, and 3 times your measure. Or is it saying with the same measure you use? Either or, they work. But that person, you know, this really explains my situation. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes these negativities are thoughts. They're not physical things like smoking or drinking or, you know, physical abuse or, you know, all those things could definitely be happening for some people in the reading. But for other people, it's an internal cycle that is a constant reminding of an argument. Sarah Gerald, my mom is like that. She doesn't forgive them for leaving her. Drunk herself to illness. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sarah. Yeah, unforgiveness can be a very ugly thing. I looked up, I saw 33 minutes and 30 seconds. 333. That represents divine healing. The mother healing. There might be some mother energy here that needs to be addressed. Broken relationship for sure. If this is a mother relationship, it's a broken relationship. With the death card and walking away, this is definitely a very difficult situation with that. But this world card's advice is you've got to end the cycle. It's going to keep going if you don't. And you need to be more important than your abuser. You know, some people abuse and they don't think they're abusive. Sometimes we're abusive and we don't think we're abusive. We're just trying to speak truth to someone and that may come off abusive. We're just trying to make peace with someone and the way we're doing it may come off abusive. In a world, and this is the world card, so in a world where people are sensitive, people have old wounds, people are damaged, people have issues, You can't make a right move or a wrong move because you're always feeling like you're making a wrong move because they have issues. And it's not until someone admits I have an issue and bring death to the issue. Maybe it's not till you tell yourself, I have a repetitive pattern of victimhood or abusiveness or narcissism or insensitivity because my parents or because my lovers, you know, I don't know. That's not going to be for everyone, but that's for some people. This is an energy of take responsibility. And that's what the Gabriel card. So we're going to read that, number 39. We're going over here to this card. We're going to go ahead and review this. This is in reverse. All right, and the 5th chakra is the throat. As you can see, it's highlighted in the picture, and it's blue. And it represents speaking, communication, and it represents truth. Living your truth and speaking the truth. But when it's in reverse, there's obviously some false stuff going on here. So this card in reverse states, often it indicates a significant block in your throat chakra. Something in your history may have caused you to shut down. But it's important now to break through this unhealthy pattern. Or you may currently be in a situation where the free sharing of your ideas, your opinions, or your feelings are being disrespected, unheard, unseen, or taken in a negative way. In addition to the fear of your self-expression, this card reversed could indicate physical throat problems, as all the chakra cards reversed may signal difficulties in that area of the body. Physical trouble may be noticed to the blocking of your throat chakra. It is almost more important to work on clearing the energy in the center involved. To clear your throat chakra, call upon Gabriel and meditate on his power blasting through your blocks. See your throat center spinning in a beautiful light. Muster up the courage to speak the truth to yourself and those around you. Because, my friend, it's time to let go of your fear of confrontation and conflict and stand up for yourself right now. Ooh, my ear just went almost deaf on the right side. It's like someone's talking about me. My ear was just like silent. Like someone's yelling at me in my ear. My goodness. Someone didn't want me to say that. Anyways, we're going to clarify some truth that needs to be spoken. What is some truth that needs to be spoken? Gabriel, please give me a message about the truth. I really would like that. Ooh, we have, you and I were too young. So there is something here about somebody that was naive, immature, or just literally young. Could be a young mother, could be a young relationship. Could be you were too young when this cycle started happening. But young to me is naive, okay? And it's very much the page of like Pentacles in reverse. Too young to give a gift, too young to give life, too young to understand. Kind of like that song by Adele, Go Easy on Me. It's like, go easy on me because I was just a child. I didn't have a chance to feel the world around me. That's a beautiful song. Maybe that's your message. Maybe that's your song with this Gabriel throat chakra. It's a message of voice and singing and expressing. I didn't know any better. I was just a child. And so that's some truth that needs to be addressed. Or maybe the person you're dealing with is young. Maybe it's your child. Go easy on them. Sometimes we think our children should know what we know, but they haven't experienced what we've experienced. How could they possibly know what we know? How could they possibly understand our common sense when they haven't been around enough to make it common? Yet we get aggravated like, oh, of course you should know this. Oh, you should know that. Of course, everyone knows that. Everyone should know this. This person doesn't have that common sense. And even if they're older, this person may lack some common sense. Everything that seems common to you is maybe an unlearned lesson for the person you're dealing with. But this is saying, Gabriel is saying, be gentle. Go easy on someone. Don't be so harsh. Don't be so rough. Don't come across so abrasive. And maybe you're just criticizing yourself and you're judging yourself harshly. And it's saying, go easy on yourself. You are just a child. Or you're naive, or you don't know all of these things. Anyways, the other card that came out is, I know I was a distraction from your pain. There's a truth bomb right here. Ooh, and it's 2:22 a.m. for Asada's Man. This is a message of ignoring the real problem. The fifth chakra is like, oh yeah, you have a distraction, my friend. A distraction from your real problem, a distraction from the root of your problem, a distraction from your pain. Your anger, your upset, hurt, whatever you're going through with this death, grief, and suffering is not even about the current situation. It's not even about doors closing or feeling unappreciated. No. You have some childhood issues that need to be addressed. And childhood could be under the age of 18. It may have nothing to do with babies and 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds. Childhood could even refer to before the age of 21. What was happening in your life before the age of 21? Somehow that has created a foundation for a cycle to fester for all these years. That's the World card in reverse. It never ended. You're in a never-ending cycle. That's literally the World card in reverse. The never-ending cycle. If you don't break up with this habit, if you don't break up with this person, if you don't break up with this past, it's going to haunt you again and again, and you're going to keep being hurt. And, you know, if this is not your reading and you're not really vibing with it, you're not resonating with it, it could be your person. This is their story. It could be the love of your life that is suffering from childhood wounds under the age of 21. Page of Pentacles, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And they need to let go of a relationship toxic to themselves. Either they have to break up with their past self, or they have to break up with a lover, or they have to separate from a parent, or they have to just get honest about broken relationships in their life, past tense. They've already happened. They're dead and gone. It's over. But now you have to get honest about why it was over. Why did you first divorce? Well, you were inexperienced. You were just a child. You did not know conflict resolution. You divorced not because of a lack of love, but because you were having hauntings from a childhood, and it affected your relationship. Why did you get divorced again? Maybe it was the same story times 2. Or maybe it was the story of you just started putting yourself last. You were not important. You put someone on a pedestal. Second marriage, you did everything for them. You went above and beyond all measure for them. They were your king, your queen, your prince, your princess. And there was a lot of glory for the wrong reasons. You glorified someone who didn't need it. You needed it. You have been gifting your time, energy, money, love, dedication onto someone that does not deserve it. And this is a story as old as time in your life. You keep giving to the wrong person, never yourself. And for some people, not your true love. For some people, not your daughter, not your son. Maybe you're giving to a husband or a wife, not your children. Thank you, Casey, for the $9.99. Just sending you some love and the tribe. Thank you, Casey. Oh, my beautiful girl. I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So anyways, that sucks, right? I don't even want to get into that. That just freaking sucks. I've done that. And I've been a victim of that myself. Having a mother, and she didn't know any better, and I love her, and we're okay now, but she definitely treats her husband far more important than her children. And that's something that I have to deal with. But it was the husband that came first. And even owning that statement, and she was a very loving mother, always did my hair, always kept my room clean, always fed me well, gave me love and affection, took me to school. Very good relationship with my mom. My mother's relationship and I was good. It wasn't a toxic relationship. But it was a well-known fact that when dad came home, which in my case was stepdad came home, that was the star of the show. Oh, queen of the world showed up. King of the world showed up. What do you want for dinner? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want your foot rubs? Do you want you want to pick what you want to watch on the TV? What you say goes in the house, what you say happens, and stuff like that. The husband eats first, not the children. The husband gets to watch what he wants to watch on the TV, not the kids. The husband gets to say how things go. The husband makes decisions for you and me. And it was just always kind of like that. That's just what I don't know. Maybe you guys dealt with something like that. And it's not that this person was cruel, cold-hearted, abusive, and mean. It was just they subconsciously did that. And it was obviously not a good thing. It certainly wasn't yin-yang. It certainly wasn't balanced. And maybe you're dealing with someone who's in a relationship with another person who it's like that. They give and they give and they give to the queen of the world or the king of the world. And maybe it's your son doing that to their wife. Maybe it's your daughter doing that to her husband. Maybe it's the father of your children who left you behind and is catering to their new wife or new girlfriend. And they're just giving inappropriately and unfairly to you. And this is your message today saying that's not right. And there's nothing you can do to change other people. You can't go tell your ex to treat you right and be good to your kids because he's giving unfairly. Maybe he's giving way too much time to his daughter and his new girlfriend, and he's not giving jack shit to his son or his daughter or your kids, maybe that's fucked up and all jacked up. And it's inappropriate. You can't change that person for completely doing you dirty like that and doing your kids dirty like that. But you can't continue loving that person in the same way. You can't continue giving that person what they want. When they call, you jump. When they say they want something, you snap and say, okay, what do you want? It can't be that way. You've got to stand up for yourself. You have to walk away and say, that's not good enough. I deserve more. Or if it's a parent that's doing this to you, causing some kind of family drama. And you've got to say, you know what, that's not fair. You're giving more to my brother, or you're giving more to my sister, or you're giving more to dad, or you're giving more to mom than you are fairly to me, or there's some favoritism going on. You're not right. You're just not a right person. You need to get your shit balanced. And maybe this disruption, this broken heart, this separation is what needed to happen to bring some kind of balance into your universe. Because it sounds like you never stuck up for yourself before. And you haven't been since childhood. Because there's the little girl in the gate. And sometimes, and it's sad to say, but if your mom or your dad did this to you, you might do that to your children. If you grew up in a home where your mom gave too much to the dad or the stepdad, you may grow up and be doing the same thing to your children. You may have grown up and seen your mom be abused or just catering to her husband like a king. And now you've got a little brood of your own and you're doing the same shit, causing the same fucked up problems with your kids. And you don't even know it. Maybe it's not a repetitious pattern where you're giving to another man or woman. Sometimes your mom or dad may be giving authority to someone and you're not doing that in your life, but maybe you're giving the authority to your job. Now work is more important than family. Work is just number one priority, way more important than your kids, and now you're a workaholic. It's the same energy, different skin, different face, different, you know what I mean? But it's the same shit. So you have to kind of look at that and see priorities. I guess this whole message already in the middle here at least is because there was some very difficult wrong giving here. And just know that whatever's been beating around the bush has just been a distraction from the real problem. So a lot of you are suffering, and I don't know what's going on, but your suffering has just been a major distraction from the real problem. Anyways, let's get to the good shit. Let's move on. We're going to read Appreciation 15 in reverse. And I'll point my magic wand right here, right on that card. And it's saying the attitude of gratitude, okay? The Appreciation card reversed is just a warning, okay, that you have been missing something important. You've lost some sense of gratitude, and you've gotten caught up in prickly brambles of negativity and possibly even despair. Stop focusing on what you don't have, what you lost, what got fucked up, what you went through, what you think the worst of, all your fears and dragons, overtaking those ideas and thoughts. Stop focusing on what all these dramas are, even if it seems to be overwhelmingly a lot. Instead, find something, anything to appreciate about yourself and your life. You've gotten caught up in a tornado vortex of negativity. Instead, find something to appreciate that you have right in front of you, maybe a flower, maybe an animal, maybe children, maybe just a warm bath. Just appreciate something, for God's sakes, anything, even if it's just sitting in the sun and it feels good. Appreciate something about yourself in your life and choose to focus on the little things with gratitude and acknowledgement. Your refusal to appreciate even the small pleasures will cause them to drop your hands and keep you stuck in some of your patterns, causing you to laminate even more and feel lack even more. Let go of this negative focus and spend some time every single moment you can acknowledging what you're grateful for. And remember, the more you appreciate your life or this relationship, the more your life will appreciate and value. A lot of you guys are just grieving. And you guys have really, and this could be reversed, keep in mind, but a lot of you guys are grieving, and these stupid, mediocre little bullshit problems are a distraction from the real fucking problem. And this could be someone you're dealing with. This may not be you. Maybe you're having a relationship with someone who's clearly going through it, suffering beyond all measure, losing everything at their hands that they can grab. They're just losing grasp of everything in their lives. And you're watching your son or your daughter or your sister-in-law or your parents or your best friend fall apart, dwelling on lost relationships, dwelling on the grief of a lost loved one, dwelling on lost marriages, dwelling on all kinds of things that are just toxic and negative. And the point is, you're just distracting yourself with what? Shiny things, vacations, work. Oh yeah, work's a good distractor. Money, what? Beauty, vanity. Are those all distractions? How about haughtiness, self-righteousness, judgmental attitudes? I was just watching a video yesterday on, are you a judgmental person and what you should do to fix it? And it's when you group people together and say those are the good, those are the bad. You're judging people morally. If you judge people morally, you're a judgmental person and you're focused on the negative. If you're grouping people into the good category and the bad category, you're in the bad category because you're being a judgmental person. Another thing I read on that video, one of the top 10 things to know you're judgmental is judging someone on their actions as that's their personality. So if someone, I don't know, steals something, they steal something, let's say they steal money out of a cash register, and you're thinking all of a sudden, wow, you are a thief. You are a low-down, sneaky, secretive, conniving, plotter, just out to get your own selfish individual. You're just a naughty person, and you're judging them on an action. Maybe that person was stealing money for their child. Maybe they had a medical issue. Maybe they needed food on the table. Maybe their mom was dying of cancer and they needed to help with some kind of service. Maybe they couldn't pay rent that month. Maybe their boss that they were working for raped them and they were getting even. I mean, you really don't know. So to judge someone like, wow, you must be a low-down, sneaky, conniving little criminal, is judgmental. You don't know what that person went through and why they had to do it or why they felt they had to do it. And And that means you're a judgmental person. And we do that all the time on the media, on the news, on Facebook. We get all these freaking little headlines and we make judgments. And sometimes we make judgments because everyone else has the same judgment. Well, everyone else says that guy's a prick, so I'm going to say he's a prick too because I want to be with the in crowd. I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to be known as different. I don't want to be noticed as a free thinker. I just want to be with the in crowd. I'm with you guys. We're all sheep. We're all together in this. We're a team. We're a pack. You know, versus not judging and actually thinking, is this stupid? Is this a plot from the media? Is this some bullshit? Is this some little caravan everyone's riding on right now because it's popular? Do I want to jump on that bandwagon? Anyways, obviously there's some kind of judgments going on in this reading. And you have to catch yourself. Catch yourself up. Death. Bring death. Those are the old ways, not the new ways. Gossip is the old ways, not the new ways. Judging based on some stupid bullshit is an old negative pattern. It's focused on the vortex of negativity. Stop being a criticizer and a judger. I was also watching a video on criticism, and I'm learning because I can be a criticizing person, and it's not nice. And I never thought of it that way. I thought criticism is healthy. Criticism helps you become a better person. But the way this person put it in a video was like, do you like to be criticized? You may be a great criticizer, helping people become the best version of themselves, but do you like to be criticized? And of course, all of us are going to be like, no, I don't like it. If you're sitting at your desk at work and someone criticizes your work, it doesn't feel good. If someone criticizes you on your parenting, it doesn't feel good. It brings growth. If someone calls you out on some bullshit and they criticize you, you're like, wow, I didn't know, I didn't know that was a problem. But you can be insensitive. You can be insensitive. And if you get in the groove of criticizing all the time, it can come off very insensitive. And you may not even know it. You could tell someone, hey, you know what? You smell like onions. You need to go take a shower. And they'll be like, God, that was rude. Maybe they didn't smell themselves. Maybe they didn't know, but that was just probably the bad timing. It was insensitive and it was rude. Is there a better way you could do that? Yeah, you could probably text that person and say, hey, I don't want to embarrass you and I don't want to be rude and I love you and I care about you, but maybe you didn't realize that you're kind of carrying around some BO, and I don't want you to go around somebody else and them tell you anything or them think bad of you. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. Maybe that's your friend or your mom or your kid or, who knows. But you can be nice. You don't have to come out embarrassing them or being rude at the wrong, inopportune moment. And what is the worst time to criticize someone? When you're arguing. When you're having a disagreement or there's some intense emotions or maybe you're high on marijuana or you've got a buzz from coffee, and you're like, hey, your mind's just going. You don't have time to think. And if you're in a disagreement, the worst possible thing you could do that would definitely damage your relationship is criticize that person. They're already feeling sensitive and defensive and vulnerable, opening up. And then you want to lay in the criticisms. Maybe you want to say they're crazy. Maybe you want to say they need help. Maybe you want to say the worst about them, that they ruin all the relationships. They're a terrible person. You're screwing everything up. You think that's a good time to bring that up that way? Nope. That's gonna do in the relationship, that's for sure. And maybe you guys in this reading have been suffering from some poor relationships because there's a lot of judgment. And that may be coming in strong today. This lack of appreciation is just, you don't appreciate me, so I'm going to attack you. And maybe you're being attacked. Maybe someone is judging you and criticizing you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you, every one of you. So I don't know if you guys are doing the attacking or you're being attacked, but this is a message about people in general, yourself or others involved, that are hurting other people because they're hurt. And this fight, this drama, this current problem is just a distraction from the real truth that you are unwilling to see or admit, or your lover or person is unwilling to see or admit. And Spirit says that's the gospel truth. And it just needs to stop. Now, let's go ahead and reveal some more as we get in. We got to get to the good stuff here. Spirit, tell me a little bit about what this person in the broken relationship is feeling. If you are currently separated and watching this message, and you want to know what this person is thinking and feeling about you in your separation, we're pulling that card right now. What is that person thinking or feeling in the current separation? Ooh, we have some arrogance. We have the Sun card. Ego, happy, maybe just free. I kind of feel it's ego, though. I hate to say that because I got the 9 of Cups, which is kind of self-indulgent, feeling good about oneself. And then you got that card. So I'm like, you know, I really do think this is a little bit of ego. There could be a Libra involved. Okay, you got the Justice card. This person in the separation is trying to feel happy, trying to do what makes them feel happy. I think the person you're separated from, I hate to say it, but they're honestly selfish. We have 2 of Pentacles in reverse. They don't know how to handle relationships. They don't know how to balance your relationship with their life. And this is unfair. Again, the 2 of Pentacles reverse, unfair. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. They keep doing the same shit over and over and over and over again, period. They just keep doing it. They're focused. They are focused on themselves, to be honest. Focused, unbalanced on self. Last card here is 3 of Pentacles in the upright. Probably the only good card in this message. This person wants to work it out. They're willing to work on themselves, but they don't see any error in their ways. What did I do wrong? We could have a Leo involved, a Virgo involved, or a Libra involved, a Scorpio involved, even a Taurus. And really, they're just saying, what did I do wrong? Wow, that's not very nice for you. I mean, if you're the one and that's your message and you're watching this and the person you're separated from is like literally oblivious to what they've done to you, and here you are suffering in grief, and they're just like, oh, well, I'm living me. I'm living my best life. I'm doing me. All is well. I'm focused on my work. Work, work, work. We have a workaholic. Work is more important than relationships anyways. What did I do wrong? They're not even taking the time out to figure out what they did wrong. They don't even want to take the time. I don't have time. I'm too busy. I'm fucking busy. I'm creating pentacles. What the fuck are you bugging me with this emotional bullshit? Get yourself together. Be strong. Be independent like myself. And stop your whining. Stop your sniveling. This person is emotionally detached. Whoops. Okay. The third party knows about you. I don't know. There's probably a third party that came out. This card fell, the Covenant. Could be someone you're married to, or maybe they're married. I don't know. photograph memory came out, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. They think about the past. This all probably happened in the past. Then we have it's worth it. Go to the other side. Oh my God. Take a seat, guys. This is a crazy person. I have to. There is such a thing called toxic positivity. Again, I just watched that video yesterday. Toxic positivity. Unhealthy positivity. It's actually a mental issue. And there was a psychologist, you can probably find her on YouTube. And she was like, you ever met those people that never want to talk about emotions? You ever met those people that are just like, be happy, smile, breathe, meditate? You're in the middle of oh my God, I just went through this. You're in the middle of having a heated argument and you're processing your feelings. You're bringing things up to the surface that need to be brought up. The shadow. And this person stops you in your track and says, whoa, whoa, you're negative. Judgment, remember, criticism, remember, you're negative. You're in a low vibration. Fix it. Something's wrong with you. Something is wrong with your emotions. You shouldn't think that way. You shouldn't talk that way. You're thinking negatively. And this person tried to shut me down. Anyways, that's what's going on. Toxic positivity. And then that person's like, breathe, meditate, breathe in deep. Feel it from your center. Focus on your womb. Ground yourself. Mind your thoughts. Control your thoughts. Can we say Leo much? Control your thoughts? The only person that has to stop mid-run in an emotional release is a very controlling person. And they themselves probably don't realize how controlling they really are. They will control and manipulate the way people see you, what people think about you. They want to control who you talk to. They want to control how people receive you talking to them. They want to control your thoughts and your feelings. That's a very controlling person. And we do have someone with the 9 of Cups in the upright and the Sun card that is a toxic personality, that is toxically always trying to be positive. And they never want to work with the shadow. Every time the shadow comes up, shut the shadow down. Oh, every time the negative feelings come out, shut it down, shut it down. Those negative thoughts and feelings are not welcome here. That, my friends, is toxic. That is not yin yang. That is yin, 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 all high on yin. Or yang, 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 high on yang, and it's just completely unbalanced. And that explains to me in this reading so much about the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Unbalanced, unable to juggle their emotions with the emotions 9 of Cups, unable to balance that out and have some peace. This person's always looking on the bright side, always trying to be positive. Never really feeling their emotions. Have you guys ever seen that movie, Still Magnolias? Well, the mom was Sally Fields, and she lost her daughter to a disease. Kind of a controlling woman. But she was always trying to be positive. And even during the funeral, she was like, I got to get my daughter a nice dress. I got to do her hair. I have to get her a nice tombstone. We have to make, the schedule for the dinner afterwards. She was always jumping to the next responsibility. She didn't want to deal with the death of her daughter. And she was always worried about her daughter's health and taking her pills and doing the right thing and living a long life, and just focused on all kinds of responsibilities, heavy things, important matters with the Libra card. So when her daughter died, her friends circled her and they said, whatever her name was, you need to feel it. You need to cry. It's okay. Just cry. You lost your daughter today. You have every reason to be angry. And she broke down and she was like, I am angry. I'm angry I lost my daughter. It wasn't right. It wasn't fair. She was beautiful. She was a good woman. It's not fair. I was a good mother. Why did this happen to us? And she was just fucking angry. And she needed to cry and she needed to grieve and she needed to let that the fuck out. But she was so busy all the time trying to focus on work and what's important and responsibilities and other matters that she paid no mind to what was really going on in the shadow. And this, my friends, Three of Pentacles says you need to work on it. You need help. This might be a third party, a therapist. We have 3 people here working together. You might need therapy. You might be actually spending some money and getting a therapist. This person may actually be seeing a therapist for these matters. But this is get help. Even if it's just get friends, get family involved. Let's talk about it. Let's have an intervention. Let's shine some light on the truth that this world is fucked up. And being positive and blocking out tears, blocking out anger, blocking out feelings is not the answer and is not going to help you balance shit out. Those are just distractions from your pain. Your meditation, your positivity, your think happy thoughts, your focus on pentacles is not the fucking answer. And here, if you go to the other side, it's worth it. Notice we have the shadow and we have the light. You need to have both. And it says if you can cross that bridge and go from one side to the other, it's worth it. I think someone here is distracted from their pain. And there is something in the air about marriage or commitment or promises, you know, and she's sitting here in this white dress. I kind of feel like this innocence. Somebody wants to play innocent. They're committed to playing innocent, yet everyone else knows. The third party knows, which means wild horses couldn't stop the truth. This person may be living in this freaking fantasy like, la la la, I'm not wrong, I did nothing wrong, I'm healthy, I've got my shit together, I'm happy, OCD, controlling personality, psycho, I'm fine, I'm just gonna keep creating the same motherfucking pentacle, marriage after marriage, child after child, work after work. You know, I'm going to keep fucking doing this shit year after year. Oh, 2021, 2022, 2023. I'm just going to keep fucking doing this shit. Psycho. Crazy. And everyone's like, we all know you're not right. We all know you're not right. Down here we have Justice again. More Libra. Check their Vedic. Or tropical. I don't care. But Justice is like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell to the no, 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 no. Justice is like, it's time. I'm sorry I waited this long. 8 of Pentacles. I'm sorry Justice took so long to arrive. But Justice is here. And Justice is somebody needs to check themselves before they wreck themselves. Different perspective. Honey, you are not in the right place. Hanged Man. Halt. Stop. Who goes there? No further. Emperor, you're very controlling. You're the king of the mountain. You are the king of the forest. You are wearing your crown. Look at this authority. And here we have Queen of the World. Wow, Queen of the World and the Emperor, describing this person who you're dealing with, who is clearly 9 of Cups into themselves. I don't even think they realized how much damage they were causing. This person totally fucked up and caused so much more damage, collateral damage, than needed to be done. Criticisms, judgments, it has to stop. Stop. This is you saying stop. Stop hurting me. Or maybe it's you telling yourself, stop hurting yourself. Stop hurting yourself. Enough. Maybe you are judging yourself like that. Maybe you are all in your head like a psycho, telling yourself everything's okay, but it's not. You could be hurting yourself. Or this could be someone hurting you. Or you could be hurting someone else. I don't know how this situation is for you. But the death card is basically flat out saying, stop hurting people. Stop. Stop attacking all the time. Attack, 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 attack. You're killing it. You're killing yourself. Or you're killing this relationship. Or they've killed this relationship. It's too much. Enough's enough. And look, we have strength here again. And this says restraint, which is controlling. 2 lions. Could be a Leo. But stop. God, this is ridiculous. And everyone knows it. This is other people. It doesn't just have to be a third party. But we have a self-sabotager here. They need a wake-up call. And that is Gabriel, like, wake up. Wake up, man. We need justice in here twice. Heavy Libra. Damn. You gonna keep feeding this freaking thing? Let's just keep rewinding and hit replay. This is an old story, an old cycle, just on and on and on. This is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that never ends. Yeah, it's that shit. And someone's sick of it. This could be you, sick of your own self, or sick of that toxic fucker, or that person that you're hopefully hoping will leave some toxic person. Could be the other way. I don't know which way. I'm not in your life. I don't know exactly what's going on in your situation. You'll know. But thank God whoever needs to get the fuck out is getting the fuck out. That's the point. That's the point. Okay? Good Lord. We're going to read this future outcome here of this adjacent possibilities is your current situation. What is your challenge? And this is really what's going on. Okay? Number 24 in reverse. Many unconsidered options. When this card is reversed, my friends, again, we have a warning. It's a warning to be careful not to miss out on an opportunity because you're too freaking married. Holy shit. That's the marriage card. You're too married to an agenda. Or this person is too married to an agenda. Holy crap. It is also asking you to turn inward. Hello, different perspective. And be willing to shake up some old, unhealthy, obviously patterns, habits. The power for your life moves through you and deeply held in your habits and what you're projecting and how you're putting your energy into the universe and how you're calling back those results. I'm sorry, guys. I have to address it before I continue reading. There is someone here that does not want to take responsibility. And I'm going to separate the good from the bad here. I will make a judgment with justice twice. The person who is no longer putting up with the person who is being unfair is the one who is blocking, walking away. The person that has said enough, I'm closing the door, See, here at the beginning of your story as a little girl, you were at the gate. And it says the garden and the gate. You were always holding back. This is you as your inner child, male or female, holding back the truth from a toxic person. Now you've grown up. You're not that little girl anymore, that little boy anymore. And now you are stepping through the gate and walking away. You're no longer holding yourself back. Another telltale sign about who is in the right and leaving is the person that says, you're toxic, you're unhealthy. And they're walking away. They may have blocked someone on Facebook, blocked someone on their phone. They may be getting some therapy. They may just be willing to cash in all their coins and say, fuck it, take the coins, take the magic at the gate, take the house, take all your shit. I'm done. I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. I'm not part of this family, or I'm not part of this madness. This is crazy. But keep in mind, this isn't the future outcome. So a lot of this may not have happened yet. So if you're still stuck in a crazy relationship, you're about to get out. You already know you're about to get out. If this is you doing it to yourself, you're about to stop hurting yourself and stop being such a naive jackass. And you're about to see a different perspective on how you've subconsciously been hurting yourself, and that needs to go away. And if someone you love is in a toxic situation and they have not found their way out, this is a future telling that they are going to find their way out. So the good news about this reading is we are getting out of that fucked up energy. And maybe it's because of the help of justice or another person. But we are getting out. This is not okay. So funny, because patience is in the upright. You've had a lot of patience in your past. Let's read that. You've been you know what? Oh, I feel for you. You've been a patient person. You've let people get away with shit for way too long. Or maybe you've allowed yourself to do this to yourself for way too long. Or your person has let someone else do this to them for way too long. But patience is a virtue, but there is a time to say enough's enough. And that's the death card. Time's up. Tick-tock. Peaceful presence and letting go of desperation. That's literally this card. This card shows a beautiful angel holding a clock. The stillness of winter. Her quiet, peaceful energy is telling you that this has been a time to release the urgency to look at things with a much clearer perspective. Because when this card is upright, it tells you to relax and let things go, to get out of a single-minded desperation of urgency that's been driving you. Someone in your life has been very impatient. This is that controlling person that's like, tick-tock, tick-tock, make the decision, make the decision, make the decision, jump, 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 do this, do this, do this, do that. That person's psycho. And they have an urgency that needs to be let go of. Why do they feel like time is ticking on them? Why do they feel like they're so obsessed with time? Why are they projecting some negative energy and blaming you? Anyways, when this card is upright, it tells you to relax and let go of the single-minded desperation. Don't try to force your will . Don't try to force it. And when you think there's only one solution to satisfy the need to be happy, you're blocking all the other possibilities. Let go of anxiety and be flexible. Choose to be peaceful in the present, and the universe will give you more options that you are unaware of. Let them come through. Yeah, someone, and it could be you, but someone is so controlling. They think this is the only way this is going to work. It's like the only way this is going to work is if A and B comes together. There's no other way. The only way this is going to work, you know, and it's wrong. Spirit's like, get out of your controlling head. Stop worrying. Open up to the universe with unlimited potential and possibilities. Be giving. You want to create your reality? Create a better reality. It's like you want to create distance between you and someone? Perfect. You have the perfect recipe to create distance. Judgment, criticism, negativity. Perfect recipe for distance. Bad relationships. You want to create togetherness and union? Patience, understanding, release of control, different perspective. That's the key to relationships. You're never going to be able to rule someone else. You know the people that suffer with a controlling nature? People that have Mars in the first house. If they have Mars in the first, they are controlling. They want to dominate. Mars wants to conquer, and Mars is looking at the 7th house, which is relationships, other people. And so when you have Mars in the first, you just want to dominate other people. And you have a very messed up mind because war, well, obviously Mars represents war and combat. And so when you have Mars in the first house, you may have a war in your mind, that there's always a problem. So when you see somebody with Mars in the first, they always think, oh, there's a problem. Someone's starting a fight. There's some negativity here. There's a problem. You know, they're always seeking out possible problems, possible negative situations. They're seeking it out in the room. A lot of people with Mars in the first house could be Mongolic. They could deal with abuse. They could be abusive because they were abused with Mars in the first house. They could become their abuser in some form. So that's, you know, a worry. If you guys know anyone like that, or that's you, you know, be mindful. Study those energies. Watch videos, Mars in the first house. Birth chart. If you don't like that placement, you don't think that's you, check your Vedic. Your Vedic sidereal will probably show a different placement. And that would be more like you. So, you know, figure it out. But there's some issues here. There's some drama here. There's some controlling. All right. What is Buddha's wisdom about the patience card? Oh. Be the one who is awake. Shine in your radiance of spirit. I like that. So don't be the one that's in the dark, judging and pointing fingers and controlling. Be the one that's awake. Show this person how to be awake. Show this person how to be in the shadow, and that's okay. That you still have some sense of self-control, even in the shadow, but that it's okay to visit feelings of sadness, anger, rage, you know, all those negative emotions. It's perfectly normal and acceptable. But for someone here, they think it's unacceptable. Show them. Be the one who is awake and knows about the yin and the yang. Bottom of the deck here is do what you have to do resolutely with all your body, mind, and heart. This is don't be a half-asser. Don't say that you're practicing the study of mindfulness and you're a big half-asser. You only do it when it suits you, when you have time. Sure, it's easy to be calm and positive when no one is around you. You're all alone and there's no friction. Of course you can be at peace and fucking positive. That's easy. What's hard is being that person in the midst of conflict. To be the calm in the center of the storm. That's the real test of the maturity here. anyone on our channels, anyone that's out there giving you advice, any teacher, any guru, anybody that lives a reserved lifestyle and has it easy going can tell you, oh yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that, criticize, 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 you should do this, you should do that. Try their mindfulness in an argument. See how well they can handle that. I can pretty much guarantee you they won't. They'll snap. Weak is the branch that cannot bear the weight of the snow, for it has not grown to its full capability. And I'm going to tell you, this person does not do well under pressure. As soon as their branch is full of snow, it will snap. So anyways, let's get a message about the love on that relationship, because I'm sure there's love in this relationship somewhere. There's just been a lot of toxicity. You know, I'm sure you have love for yourself. If you're doing this to yourself, I'm sure there's still love for yourself. If you're in love with this man or this woman, you know, and they're toxic, I'm sure there's still love there. There's just some toxicity here. You know, if this is a mom or a dad or a child or a brother or sister, I'm sure there's love there. There's just toxicity. So what is the message about love from patience? What is the message about this relationship that you need to hear? Aw, well, for one, they feel bad. There's some guilt. I have a message for you. I'm thinking of you in this very moment, and your love fills me with light. I love you. You know, even in the darkness, there's love, my friends. Even in a broken relationship, there's love. Oh my God, I have goosebumps. We're literally talking about criticizing, and look what this says. I really hope you get goosebumps for this. Criticizing one another or self will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. All right, so if you are worried, the only way to fix this is to love this person. Love them as they are. Quit judging, quit asking them to fix themselves. Quit saying, I can't have a new relationship unless, I can't have this with you unless. Love them and see how it magically transforms. Yes, walk away. You don't want to be put in a battle. You certainly want to never contribute to the madness anymore. And this walking away is like, I'm not contributing to the madness anymore. It doesn't mean you can't love that person. Down here, you have a new beginning. A new adventure awaits you guys. Embrace it and live your dreams positively. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Wow, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Wow, you guys got so many good messages here. I'm loving it. Okay. Extend the olive branch. You know, I just also heard a video yesterday, and it was like, have you ever seen darkness take out the light? When there's a flame in a candle being lit and you go into a dark room, does the dark room envelop and take out the light? Does it put the light out? No. Darkness cannot put the light out. But the light coming into a dark room will cast out the darkness. There's so much power in the light. Yes, darkness is real and darkness needs to be there, some amount of it. We couldn't appreciate the light without darkness. So there is room for the darkness. But if it's too dark for you and it's enveloping you and it's heavy and it's destroying you, the only thing that's going to help you out with that darkness and that shadow side is to cast out the darkness by light. Criticizing each other is not going to help. Speaking truth on one another is not going to help. You can speak truth all day long. You should do this, you should do that. Clang, clang, clang goes the sword. That's never going to change anybody. But when you love someone, you send them love and comfort. Believe me, that changes people. Have you ever tried arguing with a calm person? It's impossible. It's so impossible. And I just noticed that about myself with my family the other day. Like when kids are yelling at you and they're like, ah! You can't yell back at your kids and be like, ah! You're just like dogs barking. But if you stay there and you're calm and you're just like, okay, you're upset. I get that. I love you. I love you. They might say, sure, whatever, but you're starting to break them down, because only the calm will calm that storm. Two storms just rage. So anyways, if you're fighting with someone, do not jump into the fray and be like, as catty as they are, because that doesn't help. Cast out the darkness with love. And if they're still headbutting you and they're still giving you a difficult time, don't lose faith in love. Just say, you know what? Some love takes time. I'm going to keep doing it. And eventually, that beast will be tame. I don't know. But they're thinking about you in this very moment. They do have some guilt. They feel bad. And even in this broken relationship, they still love you. So as broken and as fucked up as this is, you love them, they love you, or you still love yourself. That love is still there. We're okay. As long as there's love, we're okay. The next card, the final card that flipped out for a message about the love and your connection is emotions. Wow, more goosebumps. The shadow emotions, okay? Emotions are a natural and necessary part of your life. But you can also distort your perception and cloud your vision of these emotions. So in order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. You can't bring up shit from 20 years ago, from 40 years ago, 30 years ago, a year ago. Doesn't matter. Stop. It's not going to get better hanging on to a grudge. How do you even want it to get better? Emotions are natural, and you have every reason to feel angry or feel hurt or feel whatever you're feeling. But what distorts that fucking emotion is bringing up old shit into that emotion as well. Divine Healing Tarot, we have, my dad does that to me every chance he gets. I can't stand it. There you go. Happens even in parental relationships. Anyways, you guys have to let go of it. I was having a disagreement with a family member the other day, thanks to this Mercury retrograde, and she admitted to me, I've been angry with you for a year. And she's like, it's bothered me, and I'm not over it. And I'm like, oh, well, that explains why you're ultra sensitive. That explains why little things that I do get under your skin, because now you've admitted, and I said, thank you for being honest. But I was like, now you've admitted you've been angry with me. And even though we've apologized and moved on, and I thought we made up and let go of those disagreements, just because I moved on and let go didn't mean you did. And I'm like, if we're really honest with each other, that's the root and the distraction from the pain. Like, well, what I mean is the current argument is the distraction. The real pain is what happened a year ago. You know, so I'm glad she admitted that. Because resentment is a very ugly thing. You know, I hate to say it, but one of the signs that carries resentments, I can't find it now, is Libra. Libra energies can carry heavy resentments because they're the judger. They judge and they remember. They're very analytical. So they remember and they judge. So Libras do struggle with grudges. If you've ever met a Libra, you might run into them holding on to some shit. You might meet a Libra that's not over their divorce. Or you might meet a Libra that is just having a real fucking hard time getting over grief. You might have a Libra that hangs on to a cheating situation that happened, or a petty fight or disagreement or a lie. Libras hang on to that shit. And that's why it kind of bleeds. The sign of Libra, the judgment, the criticism, bleeds like food coloring in water. It bleeds to the other two signs next to it. So the other signs that struggle with grudges is Virgo and Scorpio, because they're side by side Libra. So if you are heavy in those energies of Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio, you may have a tendency, depending on if it's your sun sign or rising sign, especially the sun or rising, and yeah, even a moon. Let's just keep it simple. Okay, sun, moon, or rising, if you have a heavy symbol like that, there may be a lot of hanging on that doesn't need to be, well, that needs to be addressed. So anyways, in order to see things clearly and see your relationship clearly, you need to let go of resentment. Sag, Maj, Libra, moon, rising, it resonates for both of not all parties in my situation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so look at that, guys. Libra, moon, rising, you know, that's a lot. That's double. That's really heavy. And, you know, some people are like, well, Steph, I don't really hold on to grudges, but you never forget is the point. You know, that's why they make very good lawyers. They don't forget. What do lawyers do? They drudge up something from someone to attack them with it. That's how they win a fight. That's how they overcome their enemies. They get dirt on them, you know? So the Libra energy is, I get dirt on you, and I'm gonna use that as a weapon, as a sword. Libra is one of the only, well, not one of the only, but one of the few energies that really carries that weapon with them in the tarot. They've got the sword. And so, believe me, Libra's they have a weapon, and their weapon is knowledge, it's words, it's things they can use against you. So yeah, they're very good lawyers, very good detectives, very good investigators, very good judges, very good at being a jury person, an editor, okay, a boss, obviously they're cardinal, they're leaders. So, you know, Libras do struggle. But like I said, it bleeds, and Virgos go into the same energy. Virgos can be obsessive. That's just the thing with Virgo. They're very heavy, deep thinkers, and Mercury rules them, so it's constant replay. And so a Virgo will hang on to something that was said and replay that motherfucker till the wheels fall off. Virgo will replay a conversation, a message, a situation, and just play that shit out. Okay? And it can just eat them alive. Like, almost literally, it's how it feels. And Scorpios, it's like an explosive bomb. They just grab with their little pinchers that fucking issue. They bury it deep inside themselves, which becomes their heart, which is a fiery core. Scorpio is water and fire. At the heart of the Scorpio is the fire. And so Scorpio will take that shit done, grab it, hide it, stuff it down, real deep down, and whenever it's too much for the Scorpio, boom, the explosion bombs, because it's almost like the more they bury it, the more it adds fire to the flame. And that's why Scorpios do a lot of suppression. Suppress, suppress, suppress. And then they explode. Suppressors always explode. They can only take so much till they blow their top, you know. Anyways, sorry guys, we went really deep into that. I didn't mean to go deep into that. But, you know, really take heart to this card. Emotions are natural. and they should be a necessary part of your life. The most healthy people are the ones that can be a little bit angry and vent and cuss and go off a little bit and then go back to normal. They're not psycho. People think those are the psycho ones, the ones that can get in a big fight and then forgive quickly. They're fucking normal. They're not bipolar. They're fucking normal. They went through their emotions. They processed that shit. And then they said back to normal. Back to business. This is a normal part of life. Balance. I get mad. I get happy. I get mad. I get happy. I get hurt. I get sad. I get happy. That's balance. That's normal. But our world has trained people to think that's not normal. If you're mad, you have to fester and be mad. If you're sad, you have to be super sad. If you're happy, you have to be super, super happy. That's not normal. They're the psycho ones. They're the ones that snap. There was a movie that just came out, right? Some freaking road rage movie. Some guy, I don't know, he like road raged and killed people. I didn't see the movie. I heard about the preview. But I saw an old movie with the guy from Romancing the Stone. What was his name? Oh, shit, he's very famous. I forgot his name. He's married to the girl from Zorro. Oh, God, where are my names? Where are my names? Whatever. Shit, he was in The Game. He was in Romancing the Stone. I know him very well, and I can't think of his name. Anyways, he was in an old movie called Falling Down. And he got fired from his job. He didn't like his job, and then people were fucked up to him at some store. Yeah, Mike Douglas. Thank you, Markers. He's fucking awesome. But yeah, he just couldn't take that shit no more. And in Falling Down, he just went like psycho. He went on a killing spree. And I'm like, God damn, that's a Scorpio right there, baby. He's a Scorpio in that movie. He couldn't take that shit no more. He had to lose his shit all the way. That was a little bit much. It was obviously a movie. Okay? It's a movie. Anyways, don't listen to people that think oh my gosh, you must be crazy. How could you be hot and cold? How could you fucking be happy yesterday, pissed off today? Like, what's wrong with you? Can't you get your shit together? And can't you be a 10 all the time? Those are the psychos, guys. You cannot be a 10 all the time. You cannot be up all the time. You cannot be positive and smiley and blah, blah, blah all the time. That's psycho. That's crazy. That's toxic positivity. If you never visit that shadow, you're going down. Anyways, we're going to move on. You guys are leaving this very, let's just call it unstable, okay? Unstable relationship with yourself or someone. You're moving on to bigger, better things. Let's get to the good shit. We've been here 112 minutes. By God, thank you for being here. We're going to get over here. Cornucopia, happy family. This is the near future outcome, so money's coming in. The far future outcome is a happier life. Happy family. If you're watching this video and this reading just kicked you in the ass, it was so real, it totally resonated with you, you're dealing with a toxic brother, sister, mother, lover, husband, wife, son, daughter, boss, whatever. If this reading kicked you in the ass and you're like, yeah, this is definitely my reading. I'm doing this to me, or they're doing it to me, or my lover is in a relationship and that's what's going on in his or her relationship. This is your reading. And let me tell you, you are going to get out of this crazy shit. This is a madhouse. And you need to look back. Six of Cups, photographic memory. Look back at the shit that went down. Stop distracting yourself from your pain, because there's some real shit going down. Even if you're doing this to yourself, you need to deal with. And if you have a therapist, don't bullshit your therapist. Don't play the victim. It's never me. I didn't do anything wrong. It's always this. It's always that. It's this person. It's that person. I didn't do anything. My intentions were pure. You're such a victim. Take some responsibility. It takes two to tango. All right? It takes two to dance. You didn't dance by yourself. You're not playing solitary. This is a relationship. And whether you intentionally meant to get hurt by some cycle like this, it's a past, period. And this past, childhood, has drawn in, or youth, let's just say under 21, your youth has drawn in your experiences, and you have not said goodbye to your youthfulness. You have not said goodbye to your karmic cycles or patterns or just your karma that you were born into. You did not say goodbye, and it's time to do that. So have patience with yourself. Love everyone in your life. They're there for a reason. Okay? And walk away when you need to, how you need to. Knock that shit off, but do it in love. Do it in love. So we're going to read cornucopia. Where's my... There it is. Number 11. You know, I was talking to someone yesterday, and they were like, you know, I wasn't cutting people off. I was stepping away. I was stepping away. And I'm like, stepping away is the same thing as cutting someone off. You're separating yourself from someone. You're causing a separation. And she said, well, isn't that normal? Isn't that healthy? If I need to do some healing, if I need to work on myself, isn't it normal to just step away? And I'm like, yeah, that's normal, but it's how you do it. Do you do it in a vengeful way, like an emotional manipulation, like a sword? Okay? Do you clash down your sword and say, I'm going to pull myself away, take that? That's not the same thing as healthy stepping away. That's punishment. That's emotional manipulation. And it's emotional punishment. And if you have it inside of you to cause punishment on someone, hello judgment, hello, Libra, justice card, if that's you, that's not healthy. So yeah, it's okay to walk away in a healthy way, but if you're still walking away from people in an unhealthy, fucked up, hateful way, you're not healed. You're far from it. You have to walk away in a very good way. Emotions are normal, but you will become clouded and have a distorted perception if you can't let go of your resentment and your anger, and that's driving you. Not the truth and the love inside of you, but the hate and the resentment. That drives you. Anyways, cornucopia, the good shit. Wishes are going to be fulfilled in the next coming days. An abundant harvest is going to bring you guys some very much needed blessings. All your wishes will be fulfilled. This cornucopia is a gift from the universe in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. This is Thanksgiving. And the only way you're going to get Thanksgiving is being thankful for all that you've been given. When you receive the cornucopia upright, know that you've done some important work on yourself. And it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are so ready to be harvested in some significant way. So get ready, my friends, because for a great feast to happen, it's going to have to be received in the mind and heart first. Abundant value is being prepared for you right now in spirit, and you are being applauded by the ethers and the universe for all your effort. Remember, the seeds have been sown. Don't let one fight, one argument, one disagreement, or someone else's bullshit drama fuck up your cornucopia. Just because they have an issue doesn't mean you do. You don't have to take on other people's shit. This is your moment. And yeah, there's a lot of factors and people are coming in to fuck it up and hurt you in some way. Don't let them. Do it with love and grace. Because if they get you so messed up in your head that you can't receive this gift, it's on you, not them. You cannot blame the people around you who made you feel a certain type of way for blocking your gift. How someone treats you is on them. That's their karma. How you receive it is on you. So now we're going to read the ultimate gift, which is your main outcome in the future, the distant future. What Spirit sees in store for you is family restoration, joy, 10 of Cups, the rainbow after the storm, a very happy, happy family. Something good will come out of this storm, my friends. Number 4 is stability. Closeness, fun, and caring. The number 11 on the page. The rainbow over this happy family portends to a time of joy and celebration. Close connections will be available. So don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. The value that you find in a truly loving relative or friend brings you a higher vibration to your life force. But remember, you may be distracted or busy, but put this family first in your life, forefront, in the front, number 1 priority. So this happy family is going to happen if you put your family first. I just want to take a step down, and I really want you to resonate on that card. You may think you're putting your family first by working a lot because it's for them. It's not. You may think you're putting your family first by putting up with some husband or wife's bullshit to somewhat better support them or have 2 parents, but if it's toxic, you're fucking it up. You may think you're putting your family first because you're going to school or bettering yourself and doing all kinds of things, but if you pull yourself away from your children, you're fucking it up. This is almost like a warning. You're going to get this, but only if you put family first. You may be thinking, oh, I put my family first as a whole. I put my grandparents, my parents, my siblings, and my children first. You're fucking it up. I think you need to put your kids first. What is better for them? What's better for them? You're going to have some tough choices, but you're going to have to decide. Anyways, next, if you're single and you get this card for your outcome, this card indicates a potential meeting and relationship, perhaps, with someone who already has children from a previous marriage. This ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in this lifetime. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday party, or some beautiful warm family event and celebration. So enjoy. All right. So your outcome, you're certainly not going to be lonely, and good things are happening to you financially. Let's see what you should focus on. Okay, we always get this one. Notice the little things. Be grateful for the small things. Okay, I don't have to give you a list. You know, you're brilliant. Just go be grateful for all the little things that you have. Take notice of every positive thing that comes into your life and say thank you. Even as tiny as a ladybug. Be grateful. Notice those things. We're going to get a Moonology card on what you need to know about your shadow side and your emotions. What is the lesson that you're trying to be taught? Okay, what is the lesson that my collective is trying to learn? How about that? What are they trying to learn? What is the lesson? Bonus card, Ascending. That was just stuck in there. This is Six of Swords. This is having resolution, getting from rough waters to calm waters. You need to know how to transition. A lot of you guys stay stuck in an energy, and the lesson you're trying to learn in the shadow is you have to transition. You have to leave one situation behind and go to another, leaving the rough, rocky waters of one edge of the lake and getting in your boat, swimming across to the calm, smooth shore, okay? A lot of you guys are hanging on to the past, to things that happened, things that were, and even in yourself. What does my collective need to know in the shadow element of themselves? Okay. So one of these three, shadow. Okay, feeling it's that one. Yeah, strong feeling. Down here, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. If this is about a family matter, and believe me, I think it might, lover or family, you're going to have resolution to your situation. And that's even the Six of Swords, the resolution card. So trust me, if you're watching this reading and you're like, am I ever going to have resolution with my lover or my brother, my mom or my sister or my dad or my children or just my past? Am I ever going to have resolution to that? Yes, the answer is yes today. Okay, you are going to have peace and resolution. And the card that came out about your shadow lesson is Taurus. Your full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. Rahu, the North Node, is in Taurus. So your North Node is asking you to dolphin dive into the Taurian area of your life. I want you guys to take a moment, reflect, think. Where is Taurus in your chart? Where is Taurus? For me, it's in my 6th house. And that represents hard work, service of others, health, enemies, effort, focus, dedication, loss, debt. That's where it's for me. Where is your Taurus? Okay. Is it, you guys look in the houses. If it's in the 4th house, it's family and it's family. It's your house. It's your home. If it's in the 5th, it's children, education, okay, and having more fun. I already explained the 6th. If it's the 7th, it's relationships, marriage, work relationships, all relationships, okay? It represents how you deal with people. It's people in general. If it's the 8th house, it's about your inner emotions, and it's about your temper and your shadow side, and it's about things hidden from you, secrets, maybe family secrets, okay? If it's in the 9th house, it's going to be about travel, but also spiritual education, higher learning, and it's going to be about grandfather energy, and it's going to be about being optimistic, being positive, and being hopeful, and being wise, and finding a teacher or a guru. If Taurus is in your 10th house, it's career and it's your reputation. It's your life outside of your home. Energy needs to be put there. Practical plans need to happen there. You need to change something there. You need a plan to either be successful or a plan to boost up your reputation or a plan to make more money. If it's in the 11th house, it's going to be siblings, older siblings probably, and travel and luck and fortune and optimism. And it's also about looking towards the future, not the past. If it's the 12th house, it's going to be about loss, grief, suffering, deep emotions that have been hidden, issues to do with responsibilities and debts that you owe, karmic debts. things like jail, things like fines. Okay, so you're going to have to deal with some of those things. If it's in the first house, Taurus is in the first, okay, is your rising or your moon. You're going to have to do some personal, practical planning about how you handle your mind. Meditation practices, workouts, it's your physical body. It's how you think. You might need a therapist. You need to make some practical plans on how to get your head on right, how to see things clearly, how to take better care of your body and your mind. Body and mind is going to be if Taurus is in your first. If it's in your second, practical plans on savings accounts, 401ks, your future planning for financial savings of some kind, investments of some kind. Also, a lot of energy put into what you eat and how you speak to other people. If it's in the third house, it's going to be younger siblings, relationships with them, but also about your dreams, your goals, and your desires. How are you going to put a practical plan to achieve your goals if Taurus is in the third? So anyways, we went through that. But this, your dreams need a practical plan. That's what it's talking about. Wherever your Taurus is placed, you need to actually get structured. Okay, so we're going to read that. But that's what your shadow side is trying to tell you in your difficulty. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. And sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are right now. Your shadow wants you to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, arranging your home in such a way that energy can flow to you. But you need some balance, and that is taking down some earthly steps towards an actual goal. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making some list with bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card tells you it's a time to change your financial fortune, depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting to attract. The instructions are write down 10 things you know are wonderful about you, because the law of attraction in financial means always starts with appreciation. Next, laziness could explain the trouble in that current situation. Change it, own it. If you've been lazy in relationships and you want them to do all the work, own it. You've been lazy. You've been expecting someone else to make you happy. You've been expecting someone else to fix the relationship, someone else to apologize, someone else to try. You're a failure. Knock it off. Laziness and financials. You're too lazy to work. Knock it off. Stop being lazy about it. Go get 2 jobs. Lazy in fixing how to pay off your debts. Get creative. Stop being lazy. Or you're not addressing your work situations, you're not handling your workload, stop being lazy. Wake up earlier, get disciplined. Your relationships are struggling with your children or your home's falling apart, Taurus in the 4th, laziness could explain why those relationships are falling apart or the home is falling apart. Laziness. This is about getting practical and so on. The Fool, okay, chasing money doesn't work. Chasing dreams does. Jealousy or envy of other people's can only create negative energy and attract lack. More exercise is called for in your life with this card. That's just flat out what it says. More exercise is called for. And last, the teaching of the full moon. It's time to get back to earth, get grounded, get scheduled, get organized, work through any negative feelings that you've been dealing with So you can find some balance between being passionate and overly intense or judgmental, criticizing yourself or others, or people doing it to you. Money issues are coming to a head at this time for the full moon in Taurus. But you could also take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow, no matter when you draw it. So pay attention to the cash flow account. Be accountable. All right, and then we're going to read the full moon in Cancer, which is the bottom line overall underall energy for the energy of your reading today, which probably has to do with relationships, okay? So a personal issue reaches a solution. Things are likely to get very heated as the full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So you guys have been in a very super emotional situation with a person right now. There could be something of an explosion of feelings that already happened or is surrounding you at this time. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. I know it's hard. It's easy to think about yourself, but think about them also experiencing this oversensitive energy. There are some fine sensibilities around. There are some fine sensibilities around. So tread carefully as you move towards your goals and your dreams and your relationships. This card indicates an especially feminine time, and it heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is coming to an end. This card also suggests that both a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head. And that is a great time to move or change your house. Move or change your home living situation. This is a time for you to step up towards your dreams and overcome an insecurity. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. So you don't have to be direct. Go towards you want in a different, out-of-the-box way. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be too clingy. Stop sulking. Sulking gets you nowhere. Have you had enough family time lately? Question. Probably not. The heightened emotions of the full moon in Cancer cannot be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the moon's 2 home signs, along with, holy shit, Taurus. Wow, I just realized that, yeah. Taurus and Cancer. The moon is exalted in Taurus, but its home is in Cancer. Interesting. The fact that she rules Cancer is important. This means that there is a card, that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be. So don't worry. All will work itself out and all will be well. So everything is as it should be. So that's important. Don't think that, whoops, there was an accident. The Higher Vibe LLC, hey girl. Taurus rising, Taurus rising. What if your kids are toxic, evil, and agents of the devil? I tried so long to engage in a healthy way, but it's only when I withdraw to save myself, and it sets with boundaries. Am I healthy? It sounds like you had a toxic relationship with your parents, to be honest. And if your rising sign is Taurus, it means you're a supporter of people's problems. So the Taurus people is the bull, and he carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. And in ancient descriptions of the bull, especially like Egyptian lore, the bull carries the sun to rise every day. So Taurus, the second house, this is all about pulling the sun into position. So you're always going to feel as a Taurus rising that you are carrying the weight of the world and that you are the good in the world. And your karma, because everyone with a rising sign is born with a rising sign for a purpose. I think the karma that you're dealing with intuitively is you are carrying the karma and burdens of your ancestors and your family. That's a very heavy burden. you are given the burden to be their parents. Children are also karma. So the fact that you were given these children, which you think are evil and toxic, says that that is part of your karma. You have to probably look into that and see, why am I dealing with that? And make peace. I'm feeling that if you want to deal with your past life karma or any karma in the family, focus on your Ketu, which is the south node of the moon, the sign it's in, and release that karma by working with that demon energy. And that's really the remover of obstacles. And you're going to want to do that with a good positive energy when you're doing it. But Ganesha is, a good way to start focusing your energy, asking him to help, which Ganesha actually represents Saturn, which is the ruler of your karma. So you're also going to want to look at, where is your Saturn and where is it aspecting? Because Saturn aspects 3rd, 7th, and 10th from itself. So it has 4 placements, hence Saturn is the square. Okay, so it's self, 3rd from it, 7th from it, 10th from it. Those are the areas of karma. And if you can appease Saturn and work with your karma, ask for removal of obstacles to see your karma and go through them, I bet magically your relationships would transform. Remember, darkness cannot cast out the light, but light can cast out the darkness. If your children are suffering with very heavy karma and difficulties and evil and nonsense like that, the only thing that's going to help your children and yourself is love. Love is going to purify the evil involved. And remember, criticism, that's the card we got. Criticizing one another, calling them those names, or addressing them as that, or speaking that into existence, is the law of attraction. Saying, this is my reality, evil, toxic, and troublesome. Speak magically good things onto your relationship. Say, we are overcomers. We are strong. We love each other. And remember, criticizing when you're trying to make relationships good is only going to lead to further unhappiness. So you have to love and accept them for as they are, and picture them not as children, but as souls with karma. And heal that soul with love and help them release that karma, but never in a haughty way where you're better than them or higher than them or wiser than them. For the teacher is the student of the universe, and the only reason he is the teacher is because he seeks the truth. So seek the truth, you'll be all right. But that's what I'm seeing with your situation with the Taurus, hun. That's what I'm seeing with the Taurus rising, the self. But also what you have to focus on right now is body. So for you, since Taurus was in your first house in the rising position, you have to focus on your physical body and also your mind. You have to get a practical plan on how to cast out dark thoughts and how to better take care of your body with diet and exercise and sleep and self-respect, as well as your mind. So that would be a good remedy for your family situation. Remember, guys, down here, look, peaceful among thorns. We are learning how to be peaceful among the thorns in our lives. So don't let, again, triggers take away your truth. You guys are ascending 6 of Swords. Ultimately, this situation is going to have resolve. You're going to have a really happy family in the end of the situation. I'm so happy this reading was really good. It's one of my favorite readings. One of my favorites. Because it had a lot to do with family and your past, and you're conquering that. A lot of broken heart. I didn't really focus on the broken romantic relationship as much as just brokenheartedness in a nutshell. All of your broken relationships have been a suffering for you in your past, and you've always been blocked from what it is you want, and you've always held yourself back from leaving toxic people or dropping your toxic energies. It's all in good time. Remember what this card said, everything is as it should be. This was divine timing. And all of your experiences, good, bad, evil, dark, toxic, they were all for a reason for you. It was all planned out for you. It's so you can become balanced. but you're about to get your cornucopia. So remember, the law of attraction did come up in your reading. And if you want to call in the cornucopia, just remember to be gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I know work is important. I know relationships are important, but they're not as important as your peace of mind and your well-being. Because without that, you can't operate any relationship. So that does have to be first. But if you have a lot on your plate and you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, especially in regards to relationships and work, a practical plan is needed. Get situated. Start doing the next best step. Sometimes we wake up and we've already taken 10 fucked up steps. And then we think the day is trash. I just have to start fresh tomorrow. Wrong. You can take the next best step. So just take the next best possible outcome, okay? What's the next best step for you? Maybe you already fucked a lot of shit up. Maybe they already fucked a lot of shit up. We have to let that go. But someone can say sorry today now and mean it. Someone might wake up late, but they might, at this time, whatever time it is, make a terrific dinner and clean their home and feel good and go to bed with peace. Someone may have not turned in the paperwork on time today and they're behind on bills and things like that, but they sat at the dinner table and they did budgets and they got a pen and paper and they wrote down a plan of what they need to do to get more organized and pay bills on time. Someone may not, whatever, you're all the situations. But just because you think you jacked everything up, it's too late, it's all trash, you're wrong. You can start making good decisions now. And love always will cast out the dark. Well, anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And hit the bell icon so you're aware of my next notification. If you'd like a reading from me, that's available at www.jks1111.com. If you like any other of my services or you want to support me with donations,